Okay, y'all, we'll go ahead and get started. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for just taking your time tonight to join us and learn more about this company and these products and why they really are changing the lives of so many people. So I am Emily Reynolds, and I'll just kind of be hosting this and just taking you back and forth between people who are going to share their story. So let me just give you an idea of what you are going to hear tonight. So I'm going to share a little bit of my story, and then we're going to also have other people share their health testimonies with you. I know that's usually a lot of people's favorite parts. Then we're also going to touch on the different ways that you can order, and then just a short bit about the opportunity that you have with Plexus. So overall, it's going to take about 30 minutes. It'll be pretty fast paced, and we'll just jump from topic to topic. But it should, hopefully by the end of it, you've learned or will have learned a lot more about Plexus and, again, why these products and this business are really such a neat opportunity. So like I said, my name is Emily Reynolds, and I am a Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus, and I live in Franklin, Tennessee. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've got 4 kids, ages 9, 8, 6, and 17 months. And my journey with Plexus started a little over 2 years ago. I was introduced to the products by Kristen Abart, and actually didn't know Kristen. And what I find interesting about my story, a little bit different than most people, is my husband was on board way before I ever was. And the reason is he was friends with Kristen's husband, and he would like to give me updates on their health, how they were doing, and he would like to come home and tell me how much money they were making. And I didn't care. I didn't care at all for a couple of reasons. One being I thought Plexus was like a lot of health supplements, and I was healthy. I didn't feel like I needed anything. And then another reason is because I knew it was network marketing. And I had been involved with another company before Plexus, and so because of that, I was just not interested one bit in what Plexus was, what it had to offer. And so people ask me then, why am I doing this? Like, obviously something changed. And what changed was I got a 3-day sample. Kristen gave me one. My intention was to drink it and to tell her thank you, but no thank you, I am not interested. And I was surprised with a few things. Number one, my sugar cravings, that was just always something that I struggled with. And the fact that they went away so quickly, like literally in a day, kind of made me a little bit interested. And then another reason was I found myself over those 3 days with the sample not wanting to take naps, and I was one with the kids to want to lay down with them whenever it was nap time, and so just the good overall energy that I felt, I liked it. I was like, I thought that I felt okay before, but this was really good. So I was definitely drawn to these products. And which is awesome, but I always like to tell the second part of my Plexus story, because the reason that I'm very passionate about sharing these products with people is because I found for me them to be, I don't like to use the word life-changing, but just pretty phenomenal for what I went through. So let me explain. A couple months after starting the Plexus products, I got pregnant, and we were not planning on having another baby. And being so new to the company, new to the products, I stopped. The doctor, actually, I had them look at it. They said it was fine. I just decided to not take the products. But I had a good pregnancy. I had a healthy baby, and everything was fine until 4 months after he was born. And I woke up one morning and everything was just spinning absolutely out of control. And I just thought, well, I guess this is vertigo. I don't know, it'll go away. But it didn't go away. And it didn't go away for 8 months. And that was probably the worst 8 months of my life. I struggled some days to walk, because there was just a constant force that I was always having to fight against. Having a baby, I'd fallen a couple times holding him. Sleeping was even difficult because I would have to hold on to my bed because it felt like my bed was going to flip over. It impacted every single bit of my life to where it was very difficult to function. And then when you feel like that, it leads into anxiety and depression just because you want to feel normal. And all that being said, lots of doctor visits, scans, everything. I was diagnosed with a condition called Malday debarkment syndrome. The bad part is doctors don't know much about it, and there is no cure, which kind of stunk because I'm like, I cannot live the rest of my life like this. And just in my research and looking through everything, I feel like hormones have a lot to do with it. And so that's when I made up my mind I was going to get back onto the Plexus products from everything that I knew about Plexus and hormones. And I was all in. I was going to do it. Unfortunately, it didn't work immediately like it did the first time. It took time, and it took about 3 months before I felt anything. But then after that 3 months, it's like my body started to heal. It's like everything, inside me was saying thank you, and there was a balance that's being brought to my body. So to go from a mom who just was pretty miserable to someone who feels like I can do basically everything that I did before and feel really good, to me, I'm like, why would I not tell people about these? So I love Plexus. I love what the products have done for me, and that is why we want to share with everybody. I'm like the crazy Plexus person, but you would be too if you felt the way that I did. So, but I want to go on now to, let me see if she can talk. Jennifer, hold on. Let me find you here. Jennifer is on call, so she's in a car, but hold on. Jennifer. All right, Jennifer. All right, so go ahead and just if you'll share with us your story.
Okay. I'm Jennifer Michaels. As you can see, I'm in a car. I'm actually heading to work. I'm a police officer. I live in Bartlett, Tennessee. I actually started Plexus back in January. But before that, I knew about Plexus because my mom took it. And I was kind of skeptical on most people. But I have actually had thyroid problems from the time I was 11. And it's rare, with thyroid problems, most of it usually happens to women in their 40s. But I've had it since I was 11. When I was 23, I had radioactive iodine treatment to kill off my thyroid so I could go hypo. And it was, the last couple of years have been up and down in getting my levels correct. And being a police officer, I work crazy hours. Like right now, I'm heading into work. And last year, I got put on midnight, and the effects of working overnight, not sleeping well, poor diet, lack of exercise, my thyroid levels got out of whack, and I was miserable, having chronic fatigue. I'm in a wide range of symptoms, and I was going to my doctor. They weren't doing anything for me. So by January, I was literally at wit's end with how I felt, and I contacted Emily and said, okay, let's start it. I'm ready to go. And within a couple of weeks of starting Plexus, I saw dramatic changes in how I slept. The fatigue started going away. Pain in my fingers was going away. Tummy problems went away. I saw a dramatic change in how I felt. And I will not go back to anything else. I'm doing a lot better, but of course, being back on midnight shift is kind of affecting my body again. So it's, kind of trying to get a balance of, all this. And, but I feel great. I will tell everybody, how much I love this product and how much it's definitely changed my life in the last 6 months.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. And always love just hearing your story, especially I remember the first text I got from you saying, how I guess your hands and stuff weren't hurting anymore. So just awesome results. So thank you. And Claire, if you will quickly share with us just what Plexus has done for you as far as your health.
Yeah, I initially contacted my friend Emily, another Emily, not the host of this meeting. And yeah, that one who's waiting. And I contacted her after reading some of her posts on Facebook about other women who had had, and men, who had had success using Plexus and getting more energy and conquering sugar cravings. I had what I called a sugar dragon. I was a total sugar addict. And I would eat dessert pretty much after every meal except breakfast. I mean, I have dessert after lunch. I'd have something sweet as a snack, and I would definitely have dessert after dinner. So I also have 3 children, and I kind of thought that low energy was just a part of having 3 kids. I mean, it is tiring. And so I wasn't sure if Plexus would help or not, but I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. So after a couple of weeks, I remember telling my husband, like, I've only been taking this for 2 weeks, but I mean, I took it every day. But I feel a lot more energetic. And then after a couple more weeks, maybe either 2 to 4 weeks later, I realized, like, wait a minute, I'm not eating sweets during the day. Like, my kids will have a cookie after lunch or animal crackers or something, and I'm not like dying for sugar. So I noticed that, within the first couple of months, and that by itself is wonderful. I mean, that would have been enough, because a mom with low energy, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and chasing around 3 small children, only one of my children is school-aged, is tiring. And so having the energy to feel good and be the kind of mom that I want to be is good enough. But I also, a benefit, probably the best benefit that I wasn't expecting, is that I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And you may have heard of that. I think a lot of women struggle with this. It's very painful. It's highly irregular periods, and it's extremely painful PMS and really bad PMS symptoms. And it involves a whole host of other things that can differ from person to person. But it's hormonal. It has to do with your hormones. And when my body kind of got into balance through taking Plexus Slim and a couple of other products, all of a sudden I started having regular periods. And at first I just thought it's like a fluke. And so I didn't really tell people about it too much at the beginning, but I can honestly say I've been taking Plexus consistently for a little over a year, and I have regular periods, and honestly my PMS and cramps are either nothing or last, a couple hours one day. And it's amazing. I mean, I've been struggling with this stuff for 20 years. So that's my story.
Oh, thank you. I'm telling you, something to do with hormones and Plexus. I don't know all the details. Don't ask me. There's some detail people on here. I'm not one of them. I just say it works. I don't know. So, all right. Well, so we'll go on to the products now, and Miranda is going to share just overall our most popular products that we have, and maybe she could tell you how and what. I know how and why they work. I'm playing with y'all, but a lot of these people know more than me. So, here's Miranda.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to real quickly tell you about some of our favorite products and some of our new products that have just come out. So you may have already heard that we call it the pink drink, and that's this right here. That's your Slim. And what that does is helps balance your blood sugar. And it was originally created for diabetics to help balance that blood sugar. And what they found is not only did it do that, but it also helped people improve their cholesterol and improve blood pressure, increase their energy, help burn fat and not muscle. And so this is wonderful. So every morning or before lunch, really any time of day, as long as it's on an empty stomach, you just mix it up in your water and drink it at least 30 minutes before your meal. And so this is our pink drink. And you'll hear us talk a lot about gut health and the importance of that. And so we have 2 more products in what we call our triplex. And the first one is our BioCleanse. And it comes in this bottle right here. And what it is a magnesium supplement that helps oxygenate your body and helps you with regularity. So you're getting rid of all the junk and the toxins that build up in our bodies and in our intestines. And this is probably one of my favorite products is our ProBio 5. And the reason I love it so much is because not only are we replenishing good, healthy bacteria to our guts, but we're also helping break down a yeast overgrowth that can be very common in our intestines. And so because we have the enzymes and antifungal in it, that really benefits us over other probiotics. So we're not only replenishing, but we're helping get rid of the bad stuff too. So the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse are kind of like companion products. You kill off the bad bacteria with the ProBio 5 and you help get rid of it with the BioCleanse. So those 3 products together are called our triplex. It's probably our most popular products and is great for overall health. And another product that we love is our X Factor. And it's our multivitamin that has aloe in it. So the aloe in it actually helps your body absorb about 300% more vitamins and minerals. So, you may have noticed with other multivitamins that when you go to the bathroom, it's bright yellow. Well, your body's not able to absorb the vitamins that you're taking. So essentially you're flushing your money down the drain. But with our X Factor, because of that aloe in it, we are able to absorb what we're taking. So that's great. And so now I'm just going to go over the 2 new products that we have come out with. And we already had a block before, but now this is a new improved block. You can take it immediately before you start eating, which is awesome. Our old one, you had to wait 30 minutes. So what it does is it helps block up to 48% of the sugars and carbohydrates that you're eating for that meal. So it's perfect for those pasta nights that you may have or your biggest meal of the day, just so you don't feel quite as guilty. And it can also assist in your weight loss goals. And here is our brand new product that you're hearing so much about. It's our Edge. And this is a great way to have a healthy, sustained energy throughout your day to increase your concentration, improve your mood, and just overall get through those days when you're struggling with energy. So for me, it's been wonderful. I love the new product. We've just had it out this month is when it was introduced at convention. And it don't have that jittery feeling. So people that rely on energy drinks or caffeinated drinks all day long, this is a perfect product for them to try to get off of all those synthetic the products that are really not good for you and are full of sugar. So we do have other products for pain relief and nerve health and a couple of other things. So if someone invited you on this call, just get back with them and they can explain to you a little bit more about what we have to offer. But those are kind of our main products that we have right now.
All right. Thank you, Miranda. See, I told y'all. So smart. So smart. So thank you for sharing about that. And those are our most popular products, and then some of the newer ones, which I'm excited about as well. So thank you so much for sharing. Now Kirsten's going to share, well, let me unmute you, a little bit of her story, which is really, really good. So just met Kirsten recently and just heard her story actually for the first time last week, and thought it was really, really awesome. So I want her to share it so that y'all can hear as well what Plexus has done for her. Go ahead.
Hi, can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, about a year ago, my daughter got married, and I pushed my body to exhaustion trying to get ready for her wedding. And I noticed after her wedding, over the course of the year, I was just tired all the time. I was exhausted. I got to the point where I spent more time on the couch than I did playing with my children. I had dizzy spells. My husband had to take me shopping because I was always so afraid I would, have to sit down somewhere or pass out. It got to the point where I just didn't know what to do. I was eating healthy, I was taking supplements, and nothing was really working for me. I suffer from a couple things. I have chronic migraines, and when I say chronic migraines, I'm talking about the kind that you call an ambulance for, and that actually has happened to me quite a few times over the course of the years. I also have interstitial cystitis, which is the lining of my bladder has ulcers, and it kind of feels like there's glass in my bladder. It's really terrible. Anyway, in December, my daughter Lauren, my second daughter, she announced she was going to have a baby, and I was so excited. I'm trying not to cry.
You can cry, let it out.
And my daughter Lauren, I was so excited to be a grandmother. I couldn't wait. And after Lauren asked me, when I go back to work, will you watch Violet? It's another little girl. And of course I'm going to watch Violet. So I got to thinking, I have two little kids, a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old, and it takes every ounce of energy I have to just take care of them. And I thought, how am I going to take care of Violet? I can't do this. I feel horrible all the time. Fast forward to seeing Claire's posts on Facebook about energy, and Claire had contacted me because I post all my woes on Facebook. And she's asked me a few times to try, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, this isn't going to work. That's ridiculous. She's trying to buy me for me to buy a product, and I just really didn't want to do it. Finally, after trying everything, I said, you know what, I'm going to try this. And Claire walked me through purchasing the product, and I got the Plexus and I tried it, but I had a bladder infection at the time, and bladder infections with somebody with interstitial cystitis, everything is painful, and I was afraid that the Plexus was going to irritate my bladder, so I didn't take it for a while. And finally I'm like, able to take it, and the first time I took it, I cleaned my entire house. I mean, amazing. I'm like, what the heck is in this stuff? And, I noticed my energy was just increasing. I was starting to feel really good. After about a week, I was leaving the house on my own. I didn't need somebody to drive me around. After a few weeks, I felt like I was getting my life back. I love to do projects. I love to do crafts with my kids. I design children's clothing. I had actually retired because I didn't have the energy to do it anymore. And it's something I really love. And all my customers were so disappointed, but now I'm sewing so much because I have so much energy. I've added a lot more products, and the magnesium in the BioCleanse, I have to say, has helped my migraines. And my neurologist actually told me I needed to take magnesium. My magnesium levels were low, and they were part of the reasons why I was getting the migraines. And since I've been on Plexus, I've only had a couple migraines, and they were they were manageable. And I haven't had an interstitial cystitis flare-up since I started the Plexus.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like I have my life back.
See, just great stuff all around. Well, it's these stories right here, and like you mentioned, I laugh because, a lot of times people think, oh, they're just trying to get us. But it's when you hear stories like this and you hear them over and over again, I'm like, I will tell everyone, because this stuff, it works. It changes lives. And you're just another example of a life that has been fuller, I guess we could say, just a better overall quality of life because of these products. And that's what we hope for everyone that tries them, that they'll experience that as well. So thank you for sharing your story. So quickly, I will touch on, after hearing the 3 different ways that you can purchase these products. And then we'll close with Elena just to share her story, and then we'll be done. So the first option, the first way that you can purchase is to order your products retail. Nowhere does this. So I don't even know why it's an option, but it's there. It's just the most expensive. You do have a 60-day money-back guarantee, but there are 2 better options, I would say, for you to choose from. And the second option is to become a preferred customer. What that means is that the products are going to come to you every 30 days, but 15 days in, you can change that. You can stop it. You can really do whatever you want, because you'll have your own login information, and you are the one that can manage your account. But it does have the 60-day money-back guarantee, like I said, and you're also getting your products at a cheaper price. And then on your 4th month, it drops another 10%. So a preferred customer is a really, really great option. And I recommend that to everyone too, because like some of us mentioned, like it doesn't always happen immediately. So getting the products into your system for at least 60 days is just a smart way to go. And then the last option, which many of us have done, is to order your products at wholesale. Now that just means that you spend $34.95, and that gets you access to 2 things: access to wholesale pricing, and then access to your own website. And what's great about that is now you are ordering the products from yourself. And what I love about Plexus is that anything over $100, even if that's $100 of your own product, you're going to make either 15 or 25% back off of your own product. So to me, if you're going to be ordering over $100 a month, it's really financially a really smart way to go. And the only difference is with that, it does not have the 60-day money back guarantee. But it is just, again, you're getting your products at a really, really great price. And so that's what I did when I started. I knew that I was going to take it. I knew my husband was going to take it. We had $100 going through. And 2, when I kind of heard stories like tonight, and at the time when I started, not as many people were talking about it. So when I did my research, I was very impressed with what I had seen. And I thought, if this is for real, if people are really seeing these results, like I feel like we're on to something. And so that's why I started to contact people, really people who I knew that weren't feeling well in my family. And I said, hey, why don't you try this and see if it works for you? If not, get your money back, but let's do this together. And what happened was they, one started sharing with another, who started sharing with another, even Miranda, that's how she found out about it, being in the family. And what's so wonderful about network marketing, like I said, I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth, but what's so wonderful about it, and especially with Plexus, is you have products that work, and you're just sharing them with people who will want to share them with other people. And so what's great about that is that you get compensated because other people are sharing. And it continues happening over and over and over again. And, I know for me, it was like, well, let me get my products paid for. And 3 people on these products, that pays for yours. So just remember that if you're hearing this, that 3 people pays for your products. For me, it was to get my products paid for. And then I would have like $300. If I could get $300 to cover preschool, I was, happy. And then I got that. And then I was like, well, I want $1,000. And, once I reached that goal, then I was like, well, this business is really working. And so now it covers our mortgage, it covers our car payments, it covers activities that the kids do. It's, the opportunity is just, I guess there's no end in sight is what I tell my kids when I do it. I said, what's great about this is you can make it what you want. And so I want Elena to share her story really quickly, and then we'll be done. But she can share, she started, it's been less than a year. And just to kind of share with you what this opportunity has done for her. So, all right, Elena, you're unmuted.
Okay, so my name is Elena Weems, and I am a stay-at-home mom, but I do have a part-time business where I teach boot camp classes, and actually it's a partnership. I have my partner Liz helps me with that. I'm also a Sunday school teacher at my church, and I also volunteer with a local community organization that goes into the schools and talks to kids about child abuse prevention. So I've got a lot on my plate, and the reason I started taking Plexus is, well, I noticed a Facebook post from a friend named Jessica, and there was just some things that kept catching my eye. Two of the things I was struggling with at the time was having stomach issues that I just felt like I always had like a stomach virus, with like a little bit of nausea and bathroom, always going to the bathroom and stuff. And I thought, man, is it just from being in a gym and maybe just, I don't know, equipment or something? And then also I was just tired a lot. I do take a prescription medicine that makes me tired. So I thought, you know what, I liked the idea that this product helped with both digestive issues and energy. And I thought if I lost a little weight on the side, that would be a bonus. So I guess I'll start with why I went with the ambassador route. To me, it was kind of a no-brainer. One, because the buy-in or the investment is so small, $34.95 to join Plexus. To me, whether I didn't like it or did like it, that's still, it's $34.95. It's not like you're having to invest hundreds of dollars. So I ordered my triplex combo and I fell in love with it. It was awesome. Not instantly, but I don't deal with any of those problems anymore, as far as especially the digestion issues. My stomach feels better all the time. I don't deal with the nausea anymore. And then energy, it depends on the day. Most days I'm pretty good, but I do teach. My first class is at 5 a.m. in the morning, and my last class is at 6 p.m. So some days my body just needs a break. But anyways, so the business aspect of it, I really was just kind of been blown away by this. I didn't expect this to turn into what it has. I really just wanted to get my product paid for. And I remember talking with Jessica, and she's like, I've never received my backup order. Well, if you don't know, you have to, in order to be commissionable, you have to have a backup order in place. And it needs to have a point value of 100, I think 100.1 or just 100.
100.
But anyways, 100. And so I said, that's kind of cool, and that you've never had to get your backup order shipped. So I went ahead and just kind of took a leap of faith, and I thought, if nothing else, I love the idea that you can stop at any time. You're not locked in for a year. It's not like it's a contract or anything like that. So I went ahead and did it, and she was right. I paid for my products the first month and received some money on the side. So I've instantly began making money with Plexus, and I thought, wow, this is really cool. I did network marketing with another company, not necessarily to earn money, but I'll tell you, I never earned a dime from that company, and it could have just been me though. But so anyways, so I have business on the side, and I'll be honest, it's not like I'm bringing in a bunch of money with my boot camp business. It's just really something I love to do. I love to exercise, and I love helping people see their potential when it comes to their fitness. And so I have this business, and I love doing it. I don't make a lot of money at it, but it's nice to have some extra money in my pocket and to help, pay bills and stuff. So I started doing the Plexus, and I thought, well, see, I started in August taking the product, and then I would say it was probably September when I really thought, I'm going to start sharing this more on Facebook. And I'm all over Facebook. Anybody who knows me, I post 3 or 4 times a day. But so as soon as I started sharing more and more, I noticed that my checks were growing more and more. Customers were coming, and a lot of times people wouldn't necessarily like my post, but I'd get a message from them, or I'd see them out, and they'd ask me about Plexus. And so I would be able to tell them about it. But I will say that my checks from Plexus are now within, from September. I've been in this business less than a year. I've been in my boot camp business just a little over a year, and as of right now, I'm making just about break even, if not a little bit more. I'm hoping that my June commission check will actually surpass what I'm making at my boot camp business. Not because I want to quit my boot camp business, not that at all. But it's just amazing because I never thought that I would make this sort of money. Not like I'm making millions by any means, but I'm making money at this business, and it's easy. Like I take the products, I love the products, I talk about the product, I post daily, and people ask me about it. And I can totally see in the future. I have a goal. I want a Plexus Lexus. I want all those things, and I think I can see that it is something that's attainable. It may not happen overnight, but you have to believe in yourself. And in this business, especially since it's network marketing, you're going to have some negative people who are going to poo-poo what you're doing. But with anything in life, if it's healthy, it's good, you believe in it, then you just keep going. Just keep going and shake the haters off, or as we learned at convention, you can just delete them. And I don't mean to physically delete them, like, because one day they might come back and they might want to be a customer. But like I said, I'm teaching about 12 classes a week at boot camp, and that's not a lot but all my classes are about an hour a piece. But it doesn't take me any time at all to make a post on Facebook and just have a conversation with somebody about the products. And most of the time people order and they love it. I will say I started out with a triplex. I recently, very quickly added Omega X and X Factor, which is our Fab 5. And I occasionally use Accelerator and Boost as a pre-workout. And I love them both. I have not tried anything with this company that I have not liked. So just saying, just post daily, not just about Plexus. Make sure you're making a personal post as well, and be consistent in taking your products. If you do, you'll see change. I did lean out, so that was something, like I said, I wasn't expecting, but thought, hey, if it happened, it happened. And then talk to people. That's kind of the biggest thing I'm noticing. And Emily was awesome at it at convention, but talk to people. Don't be afraid to introduce yourself or just strike up a conversation. I know I'm running long, Emily, but I really want to share this. I ran into a guy that I knew from my old job the other day, and just asking him how he's been, and he shared with me that he had a heart attack in the past year, and that he was dealing with a lot of inflammation, and now he's got diabetes and stuff. And just by asking him, hey, how are you? How have you been? And just striking up a conversation with somebody, I was able to talk to him about Plexus, give him a sample of Slim, because I had one on me, and I plan on following up with him tomorrow. So I think the biggest thing is just believe in your product and talk about it, and believe in yourself, and post daily.
Yes. Well, thank you. Well, you're doing a wonderful, wonderful job with this. And, it just shows all of us. I don't know if anyone on here, and I know that, I wasn't looking at Plexus as something to, where it'd be 8:30 at night and I'm having meetings online. That's just not what I envisioned. But as we see really good things happening with people, it just becomes something that we want to share more and more about. And I just feel like Plexus is so generous that the way that they compensate us is pretty awesome. So let me stop.